Hi, everybody. Ralph Havens here, and this is the Healthy, Happy, and Whole podcast and Facebook Live and YouTube show. So this morning, I was sitting here outside enjoying the rain, and and I love the rain. There was a time in San Diego when there was a few times when I just realized, I gotta move. I gotta get up to the Pacific Northwest, and and it hadn't rained in San Diego for about, I think, over 180 days. It was crazy. And so let me just make sure this is recording live on Facebook. And so, yeah, so it hadn't rained for 180 days or more in San Diego. And then it rained. And it just rained a little bit. It wasn't like a crazy rain, but it was a nice drizzle throughout the day. And I was really enjoying it. And I don't think this is loading up yet. Let me try this again. Hang on a second. Sorry about that. I want to make sure this goes on Facebook for everybody. Okay, here we go. Yeah, now we're talking. So anyway, I was in San Diego and it hadn't rained for half a year, and then it was raining, just a nice rain, and I was really enjoying it. I had a nice porch outside in San Diego in Mission Hills, and my friends, I was talking to people, and it was even on the news and stuff. Everybody was talking like they hated it, like they couldn't stand that it had rained, and it hadn't rained in like a half a year. And I just thought, man, I have got to move, and because I really enjoy the rain, and let me just make sure this is working. Yeah, so here goes. So so I knew I needed to move. I didn't realize how I was going to be moving. It wouldn't have been how I would have predicted it, how I would have wanted it, but there I was moving, and what happened was really crazy. So let me just pull this up. Yeah, so there's been two times in my life, and that's what this episode is all about. Two times in my life when I just didn't know what to do, when it was really dark times in my life. One, as some of you might know, was when I was in San Diego, and all of a sudden I couldn't run, and I had severe bone pain, and and I was getting really, really, really depressed. It was a few months before Ben, our first boy, was born, and what should have been an amazing time was just a time when my own health was falling apart, and I couldn't figure it out. And it took a couple years to figure it out. I actually found out that it was fluoride that was put in the water, and it was poisoning me, as it does to a lot of people, and a lot of people don't realize it, and I didn't realize it. And it took me 2 years to figure it out. And I found a way out. I found a way to get healthy. I found the remedy. I found how to get it out of my body and get my health back, and my bones feel good. And I went for a run yesterday in the forest up here. It's great. And so that was one time in my life when I didn't know for a couple of years what to do. I didn't know if there was something to do, if I could get my health back, if I could be happy again. It was crazy. And then the next time, the other time in my life when I just didn't know what to do, was when we first moved up here. Now, when we had left San Diego, it was kind of like we were fleeing the scene, because I had almost lost my life, and I had my life back. I was back running, and we'd spent about 5 or 6 months in our truck. We bought a truck for one, and the tent, and we'd spent all that time in our tent, camping all over Oregon, and camping all over Washington, and looking for where we were to live. And we knew we loved Vancouver, British Columbia, but we couldn't quite figure out how to get up there at the time. The money thing to live up there was a much more expensive city, and the immigration and working in a place with my license was, I didn't really go deep into figuring that part out. But we found this place, and it had great well water. So the water was great. It had great air, great people, great forest, and so we thought we had to figure it out. And so we had this plan to buy a house and rent it out, and then build earthen houses. And so we had this plan to live a different life. But then something happened. Jen and me and my little boy Ben, we started getting sick, and it took us about this time much less time, a couple of months to figure it out. But the house was really toxic. So long story short, we spent a ton of money and fixed it up. But during the process, we had to sleep outside. This is one of the places we slept, right under our carport. Another one was in the yard. I'll show you guys someday. But it was too wet out there. And then the garage, but that was too toxic. So then we ended up on the side porch in the back of the house with a little overhang that I love sitting out in and enjoying the rain, but we had to sleep out there and we were in a tent. So, so at that time, I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to get my life back because, you know, I didn't know how to make money. I didn't know how to do my healing work at a distance as a business. I didn't know a lot of stuff. So a couple of times in my life that I didn't know what to do. But the funny thing is I got kind of a download, a desire, a wish, a thought. When we moved up here, I thought, oh, this is going to be Ralph and Jen's healing and transformation space. You know, like people are going to come from around the world, or we're going to talk to a small group of people just in the local area. We're going to have a group of people that we can help and we can teach and we can do real cool healing stuff. What I didn't realize was it is Ralph and Jen's healing and transformation space, but it was us that needed to do the healing and the transformation. So I think the sleeping outside thing and all the hardships and having to figure out the business side of things again and all that was actually our opportunity, our challenge, our thing that looked like a big problem that was our healing and transformation for us, for me and Jen. And so that challenge, I think, was the us hitting a wall and then this challenge, this obstacle, and it was actually our window into our own healing. So different than what we thought, you know, but that's how it's been turning out. And we moved in here about 4 years ago, a little over 4 years ago. We've been up here in the Northwest about 5 years. And it's been pretty cool because what I found, and it's been relatively recently, over this last year even, of searching for how to shift this pattern of being attacked. And, you know, things were attacking me in San Diego, the water, and then there was stuff in the past that I thought I had overcome. And then here I was up here and I thought I had gotten away from all that. And yet there I was again being attacked by seemingly the universe or God or something. And so what I found over this last year has been really cool because there's a way that I found to get right to the core of what's holding all these patterns back, whether you want to call it a victim pattern or a martyr pattern or just not thriving pattern or being attacked pattern. Whatever this is, all the stuff that's been around it, I found a way to get right to the core of what it is. And it's been cool because it's been simpler than I ever imagined, much like a lot of things that I found that were really useful. But the simplicity of it made it very easy to miss. It seemed like the first times I saw it over the last few years, I just thought, oh, this is too simple. It can't be this. Sometimes I didn't even recognize it as even a possible thing to do. But I found it. And so I want to show you guys that and other stuff that I found along the way of this journey of Jen and my healing and transformation. And so that you can have changes in your life. And so that's what this podcast, this YouTube show, this Facebook thing, I'm going to put it across a few different places, is all about. It's about how to help people, how to help us, you and me, we're in this together, you know, to get healthy, to get your health back, whether you're dealing with an autoimmune condition or some sort of anxiety or depression or life's just not working kind of thing, or some pattern that keeps showing up. You know, you keep having the same desires and same wishes for money, or if life could just turn around, or you've got some physical challenge. So I'm calling it Healthy, Happy, and Whole podcast or YouTube show. If you have another idea that it might be useful, I've thought of End Autoimmune Now or Eliminate Anxiety Forever, but it's all of those things. So I think I'm going to go with Healthy, Happy, and Whole. And what I'm committing to do, I might be committed, right, is to do a Facebook Live every single day. And again, I'll be putting it on YouTube, our Beyond Limits YouTube, and our podcast. I'll be starting. It'll be across a bunch of different ways, so you can get it any way you want. But I'm going to be showing you what I found over the 33 years of doing this kind of healing work in my own search to get real answers for stuff, and for my family, and especially what I found over the past few years of this crazy time when we got uprooted from San Diego and got up here. So my hope is that it gives you directions to go and places to look and ways to get your health back and to get happy and to get a life that feels good to you. So so let me know what you're dealing with. Let me know what kind of conflicts you have along the way right now, and if there's things you just don't know what to do. You know, when what we got out of all this was we actually got our house, we got our home back, and I've got my life back, my work. I'm able to do this with people from all over the world now, which I think if I didn't have all these challenges and all the stuff that happened that blew up my life in San Diego and then started to shift and make our life kind of tough here too. If I didn't have all that, I don't think I would have been doing this show, and I don't think I would be doing my work helping people heal from all sorts of stuff with people from all over the world. So so that's what I got. I got my home and I got my family on another level. And it's funny, I've been feeling stuff lately that's really stuff I hadn't really felt ever, that I remember, maybe when I was a little kid. I've seen videos of me when I was just a little kid. And it's like, wow, I sure had lots of life and energy. And I've been feeling something that's really pretty interesting. And other people are noticing it. When I was at a class in San Diego, people commented about it. So I want to let you know what I found to really shift things and to really clear any of this stuff like victim stuff or stuff that's in the way of health. So that's what this is going to be about. I'm going to be doing a show every single day for now, for the foreseeable future. And you can find me on Facebook, friend me on Facebook if I think I still can accept friends. On that, there's a limit. And you can find me on YouTube on Beyond Limits with Ralph. And I'll be starting a podcast pretty soon too, so I'll tell you all about it. So all right, everybody, welcome. Let me know what's going on in your life. Let me know what you'd like. And I'll be giving you more and more cool stuff. All right, so yeah, click like, click share. If it's on Facebook Live, put a heart out there for me. Share it, let people know about this. And until next time, let's get out there and live. Let's really live. All right, everybody, bye for now. See you tomorrow.